A Japandi home can look very simple at first. The walls may be quiet. The furniture may be low and clean. The colors may stay close to beige, cream, soft gray, warm brown, or muted black. There may not be many decorative objects. And yet, when the room is done well, it can feel calm, expensive, and surprisingly complete. That is the interesting part. The home does not look loud. It does not try to impress with gold, marble, chandeliers, or heavy decoration. But somehow, it still feels premium. To understand why, it helps to begin with the surface. Most people recognize Japandi by the look. Pale wood, neutral colors, clean lines, open space, and a quiet atmosphere. But that surface can be misleading if we only copy the appearance. Japandi is not just a beige room with wooden furniture. It is a way of controlling what the eye has to process. The calm feeling comes from removing visual noise, and the expensive feeling comes from making every remaining detail feel intentional. Japandi is usually understood as a blend of Japanese and Scandinavian design influences. From the Japanese side, it takes restraint, simplicity, natural materials, low visual weight, and an appreciation for imperfect or handmade qualities. From the Scandinavian side, it takes warmth, comfort, practicality, soft wood tones, and everyday livability. The result is not cold minimalism. It is also not rustic clutter. At its best, Japandi sits between the two: simple, warm, useful, and quiet. The first reason Japandi feels calm is that the room does not ask for too much attention at once. In many homes, the eye has to jump between strong colors, shiny surfaces, busy shelves, exposed storage, mismatched furniture, and many small objects. Japandi does the opposite. It reduces the number of things competing for attention. The walls are softer. The furniture shapes are simpler. The color palette stays close to nature. The room gives the eye fewer decisions to make. That is why the space can feel peaceful even before we understand the design. But calm does not mean empty. This is where many people copy Japandi wrongly. They remove too much, and the home starts to feel bare, cold, or unfinished. Real Japandi needs warmth to balance the restraint. That warmth often comes from wood grain, woven texture, linen, cotton, ceramic, stone, paper, soft lighting, and plants. These details are quiet, but they are not flat. They give the room depth without creating clutter. The space feels calm because it is simple. It feels alive because the materials have texture. The expensive feeling also comes from restraint. In many design styles, a room tries to look expensive by adding more shine, more pattern, more decoration, more statement pieces. Japandi often does the opposite. It creates a premium feeling by editing. When there are fewer things in a room, every object becomes more visible. A chair with a clean shape matters more. A wooden table has to feel right. A lamp has to fit the mood. A ceramic bowl cannot hide inside clutter. This is why Japandi can look expensive even when the room is not full of luxury items. The value comes from selection, not excess. Spacing is another part of the feeling. Japandi interiors often protect empty space. The empty area around furniture is not wasted. It gives the room breathing room. It allows the shape of a chair, the line of a table, or the texture of a wall to be seen clearly. In a crowded room, even good furniture can disappear into noise. In a Japandi room, space becomes part of the design. The room feels more expensive because it does not look desperate to fill every corner. Light also plays a quiet but important role. Japandi usually works best with soft natural light or warm indirect lighting. Harsh lighting can make the room feel flat or uncomfortable. Too many bright spotlights can make the space feel like a showroom. But warm, controlled light brings out wood grain, fabric texture, wall shadows, and the softness of natural materials. This is one reason a simple Japandi room can feel more refined in the evening. The lighting does not shout. It supports the mood. The furniture is usually simple, but not careless. Low-profile sofas, clean wooden tables, rounded edges, simple shelving, and grounded shapes help the room feel stable. The furniture does not need to be dramatic. It needs to feel proportionate. If the furniture is too bulky, the room loses lightness. If it is too thin or cheap-looking, the room loses warmth and quality. Japandi depends on balance. Enough weight to feel grounded, enough space to feel calm. Function is also part of the beauty. A Japandi home is not supposed to look calm only for a photo. It has to work for daily life. Storage matters because clutter has to go somewhere. Furniture matters because people still need to sit, eat, rest, work, and move comfortably. This is where the Scandinavian influence becomes important. The space should be useful and livable, not just visually empty. A calm home is not created by hiding life completely. It is created by giving daily life a clear place to go. This is why Japandi can be especially attractive for small homes and apartments. In smaller spaces, visual noise becomes stronger. Too many colors, too many objects, and too much furniture can make the home feel tighter than it really is. Japandi helps by simplifying the palette, using lighter materials, choosing fewer pieces, and allowing more visible floor and wall space. But it still needs warmth. A small Japandi home should not feel like an empty rental unit. It should feel edited, soft, and practical. There is also a common misunderstanding about the word expensive. Japandi does not have to mean that every item is costly. The expensive feeling often comes from coherence. The colors work together. The materials feel honest. The shapes are not fighting each other. The lighting is controlled. The room has fewer random objects. Even a modest home can feel more premium when the visual decisions are consistent. At the same time, Japandi can become expensive if someone tries to buy only designer furniture, custom carpentry, imported materials, or handmade pieces. The style can be simple, but simple does not always mean cheap. The style goes wrong when people copy only the surface. A beige sofa, a wooden table, and a plant do not automatically create Japandi. If the wood tones clash, the lighting is harsh, the storage is weak, the room is too empty, or the textures are too flat, the space can feel unfinished. The better question is not, do I have Japandi items? The better question is, does the room feel calm, warm, useful, and intentional? That question gets closer to the real logic of the style. So the reason Japandi homes feel calm and expensive is not one single object. It is the relationship between many quiet decisions. The color palette reduces noise. The materials bring warmth. The furniture stays simple. The empty space gives the room breath. The lighting softens the mood. The storage protects the calm. And the restraint makes every object feel more chosen. Japandi is not about making a home look empty. It is about making a home feel considered. The next time you see a Japandi room, the useful question is not only what furniture is inside it. The better question is what the room is not forcing you to process. It removes the unnecessary, but keeps enough warmth to feel human. It avoids loud decoration, but still gives the eye texture, balance, and proportion. That is why a good Japandi home can feel quiet without feeling poor, simple without feeling empty, and expensive without needing to look loud.